Chapter 1004 of One Piece. Man, I just love hearing that sound, 1004. This chapter, super awesome. I'm super excited. A lot happens. We finally took a break from the rooftop with Kaido. Now we are back to the rest of the Straw Hats and the rest of the inhabitants of Wano, and they're all in various situations, and we'll get into that soon. But boy, am I super excited, because one of my past predictions finally came to fruition in this chapter. So you know what? Let's get right into it so I can talk about it. Alright guys, like I said, chapter 1004 of One Piece, and I fucking called it! I mean, alright, I'm not going to toot my own horn here because, you know, anyone that's been reading One Piece and knows Oda knows that, like, at some point, Otama was going to show up. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm the only person that thought of it. Of course I'm not. But I'm just happy that, you know, at least I have a prediction on the boards, like, I said it here. Again, the fact that her Dangos can tame wild beasts and stuff, I really do think will be relevant to this, especially when it's a crew full of Smile Zoan fruit users. And I also said it again. Otama saying she came in on an enemy ship. All those people I listed are potential. Revolutionaries, probably not an enemy, so probably not them. But I don't think she would call them an enemy. Her only enemies are really the Beast Pirates. But anyway, it could have been the Revolutionary Army. Could have been Big Mom's Pirates. Not really. Like her dog thing is way too huge, and like I just don't see how she could have stowed away. My overarching bet is that she came in on one of the pleasures or give whichever ones have like partial body transformations, gave them Kibidongos and forced them to bring her. Which, by the way, Otama could possibly be single-handedly the linchpin that makes everything else work. She probably is the catalyst for the success on Wano.
Bitch, you guess it. You was motherfucking right.
But let me just get into it. So earlier on, I forget what chapter, I think it was 995. Otama shows up and she says that, you know, she smuggled aboard a ship. And I said back then she most likely either did one of two things. She either rode in with the revolutionaries, which I acknowledged was like a stretch. And I said the more realistic approach, in my opinion, was that she fed everyone in Kaido's crew Kibidongos and, you know, stowed away. And that's pretty much what happened. And so that's awesome. And I'm loving that this happened. The timing of when this happened is actually perfect, because literally what do we have last chapter? We had last chapter where CP0 was just talking about how this match is like a game of Go, and how the numbers were 27,000 to 5,000. That's a difference of over 5 to 1. That's over 5 to 1 difference, right? And, you know, I was thinking, you know, well, obviously Luffy and some of the other competitors, you know, they kind of skew those numbers, but then you have the executives, which also kind of rectified those skewed numbers. So yeah, they had us outnumbered 5 to 1, but with the inclusion of all these, you know, Dango allies, how does that tip the scales? We didn't quite get a number yet. It doesn't seem like a huge percentile, but, you know, like, it's better than nothing. So, yeah, I just love that entrance. I love that, like I said, I called it, but I can't, like I said, I can't toot my horn too much, because, you know, a lot of people saw this coming. Now, if only my other prediction about Chopper's Rumble Ball comes to fruition, I don't know, like, it's too late to give up on that. I don't want to give up on that theory. I think it's a really good theory. It's just how I, like, fought hard. Just how I fought hard for, the Otama theory. I really think that, you know, Chopper's Rumble Ball has to come to fruition, because, like, all I'm saying is we've never ever been told if it only works like uniquely for him. It's never been clarified, and if only to clarify that, I would like it brought up. But I'm just saying we have a crew of all Zoan type users, right? Of all Zoan type users, and I just don't see why we wouldn't have a Rumble Ball use. Maybe they accidentally think they're the same, like the Dango and the Rumble, and they shoot a Rumble Ball into someone. I doubt Kaido would use it because I just feel like he'd be too strong. But we don't know. But I just really would be curious to see how a Rumble Ball would work. Like I've always wanted to know how a Rumble Ball would work on a different Zoan user, and this would be a great time to debut that just because we're in, this is the biggest pool of Zoan users we're probably ever going to see in the series. Anyway, um, Frankie is holding it down. Frankie is absolutely holding it down. I'm loving it. He is definitely without question a match for Sasaki. He's putting in the work. And the one panel where Sasaki goes to ram him and Frankie just super, he was super this episode where Frankie just grabs the horn. Now I couldn't tell if the horn actually made impact on him because I kind of wanted it to make impact on him to kind of, get an idea of the durability of General Frankie. So I can't tell if it hit him and he grabbed it or if he grabbed him and stopped him from hitting him. But doesn't even matter because right after that, Frankie takes Sasaki and just freaking yeets him. I was really impressed. I was actually really impressed. Frankie has always been one of those. So we have the strong straw hats and then we have the weak straw hats, and then we have like what I like to call obscure straw hats, and two of them are going to have like a moment in this review. But number one obscure. All right, I'll just say the three most obscure straw hats I would say in terms of power scaling I would say are Frankie, Brooke, and Robin. All right. I'm not saying that like and actually I think technically Chopper, right? We can throw Chopper in there, right? Chopper is weird. Like he's kind of in that weak elo, but then like he has stuff like the monster point that like drastically shoots him up. But we haven't really seen any real change in him in a while. Like the only change we've really seen is now he can control Monster Point without losing his mind, which that's a great thing. Like instead of recklessly rampaging, like at least like it's controlled chaos. But like but has Monster Point gotten stronger? No, it's just been more focused. So we'll see how that goes because since he's had Monster Point, like I believe there's people that are able to kind of tussle with it. But anyway, moving on with the review. We have Luffy and Nami. I mean, sorry. Whoops. Not Luffy and Nami. Usopp and Nami, who are just the biggest trolls in the world. And I thought it was hilarious how they approach Sasaki and Frankie as if they're being chased, right? And like at first I was confused because I thought they were with Otama and like they were with the like they're such good trolls. They tricked me because I knew that the gifters and stuff with them were under the Kibi Dangos like let's call it spell power. And so I'm just like, why are they being chased as a new bunch? But then like I realized, oh no, they're just being trolls and they're just trying to give Sasaki a false sense of security so that they can get close and unleash their horde of gifters. And like I said, once again, this was so vital. This was so necessary to the story because things were looking really, really grim for our heroes and they just really did need this kind of break, right? So honestly, excellent execution, perfection. I think the timing of it was great. Like I said, right after the chapter with the CP0 where they're just talking about how they're outnumbered and outclassed. And now we're immediately after that chapter getting reinforcements. So that's dope. I wonder like where my homies like Mr. Morge and all the other like big time YouTubers heads are at right now because I'm not sure who started it. I know Mr. Morge is notorious for it. I think Rogers Base has talked about it a bit. Maybe O'Hara because him and Mr. Morge do things together, but like everyone a lot of them because this is once again Act 3. I sound like a broken record of the manga. Everyone's been like it's going to end in failure because we have two more acts. There has to be like a second coming back and taking over act, but like at this part it could be anyone's game. Something I didn't discuss last chapter that I feel I should have discussed was the fact that one thing I didn't realize at the time was Law tells Kid that his Gear 4 rebound is 10 minutes, right? He can't use hockey for 10 minutes. But what I forgot to like account for was the fact that that was back on Dressrosa. That was back on Dressrosa. As we all know, like why am I messing up names today? Wow. Jesus, I'm sorry guys. Anyway, as we know, Luffy doesn't really like stay stagnant in with his forms. Like there was a time period where he could only use Gear 2 limitedly. There was a time period where he could only use Gear 3 limitedly, or like he would turn into a kid. And like after the arcs where they're initially shown, he usually improves them either through their quality, their strength, their duration. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was cut in half. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 5 minutes. So my prediction as of right now is we won't see Luffy and the rest of the supernovas fighting again for at least five chapters. I want to say 10 tops, but that's a little too much. So I don't think we'll see them fighting again. We'll see them fight for at least 5 chapters. And I think that it's going to be a kind of a big twist in the story how quickly Luffy recovers, because as of right now, Kid and like the rest of them think it's 10 minutes. I don't think it's going to be 10 minutes. And I also wonder if Luffy's going to try to do the same thing, because it seems like his strategy was this. And like I said earlier, I didn't catch on at first, but he knew that there was a time limit, and he knew that I'm just going to try to go as hard as I can, go as ham as I can for as long as I can, because I can't last in this form too long, and I need to put all my like ability into this. But what's going to, like, he can't just do the same thing again, especially now that Kaido's going hybrid, and I'm sure Big Mom's going to follow suit and go King of Nation of Souls. And so, like, if he couldn't beat them in their lesser forms with Gear 4, what's he going to do? Are we going to see a new stance of Gear 4? Are we going to see, Tiger Man or Lion Man or, whatever have you? Like I said before, I don't think Tank Man is something we need right now. And no, Tank Man wasn't a situational one. Tank Man version stuffed was situational. That means Tank Man, in my opinion, is a set form. So that's really interesting. Let's move on to Sanji. Man, I feel bad for my boy Sanji, bro. Like, so I think there's a big schism in the fandom over this right now, right? So we have half the fandom that's like, this is stupid. This is stupid. Sanji, like, you can't keep doing this. You need to fight women. Like, at this point, you're a detriment not only to yourself, but your crew. And if you don't fight women, like, you're going to regret it one day. And I would hate for him to learn that lesson. I would hate for, like, some female he let go or didn't fight to come and, like, kill one of his nakama. That won't ever happen, in my opinion. I don't think Oda would ever do that. But, like, realistically, the way he is, like, that is a possibility. And it's something really sad, and we all don't want it to happen. But, like, and I get it. Basically, what I'm getting at is, personally, I'm not on that side, but I get it. I get why people would be upset. I get why people wouldn't like that. So, like, even though I don't like, I'm not necessarily one of those songs just a fight women thing, because like that's not how One Piece works. The whole thing about One Piece is following your dreams and being true to yourself. And if being true to yourself means that you don't hit bitches, you don't hit bitches. I get it. I get it. Like, it's good to have your own personal morals and beliefs and things you stand by. So I get that. The other side of it is like the side I'm on, where, like I said, you believe in you have your own code of conduct and your code of honor, and his doesn't include, assaulting females. And as you see, all the male gifters that were set on him are murked. They're all scattered around, lying or whatever. And Sanji is bleeding. I was reading comments on on the page where I read the chapter, and I was actually kind of upset. I was upset because people were like making fun of Sanji, like, why is he so beat up? And I'm just like, he's been letting people murk him. Like, he's been letting, like, it's not that he's weak. He's like, if you're not fighting back, you're gonna get hurt. That's just how it works. They're getting to beat on you for free. So he's definitely not weak. It's just, he's not fighting them. and he's taking a licking. And honestly, it's kind of impressive because I'm gonna assume Black Maria is also in on the butt whipping. So he's taking attacks from a Toby Rappo, Flying Six member, as well as these other strong gifters, and he's not fighting back. So that kind of right there is a indication of durability. And don't get me wrong, if someone else shows up who can fight that's a male, I think that he immediately would fight despite like his wounds right now. He can still fight. So I just want to make that very clear. Also, something really cool that happened in the chapter, we have his face instantly gets, super stoic, and he's like, don't underrate Nico Robin, because right now what they're trying to do is convince him to broadcast to the one girl with the face or whatever, to get Nico Robin to come here. We can all assume that they want Nico Robin for several reasons. One, because she could read the poneglyphs, and they're going after the poneglyphs. They're going after the One Piece. We know that what's her name? Not Smoothie. I forget. Pudding. There we go. Pudding. We all know Pudding hasn't awakened her third eye, right? So they need someone that can read the poneglyphs, and right now the only known person in the vicinity is Nico Robin. Like we forgot because of how like complacent it's kind of been. Her place has been on the Straw Hat crew, but she is one of the most wanted people in the world simply because of her ability to read the poneglyphs, which is something that no one else can really do. Like she, I believe, is the only scholar to be able to read them. Then you have the Three-Eyed Tribe, but we don't really know where the rest of them are, and the only known one that we know, Pudding, hasn't waken up that ability. And then the third thing we have are people that can hear the voice of all things can read it apparently, but Luffy hasn't mastered that power, and we haven't really seen like Momo or I think Kobe can hear the voice of all things. So yeah, we haven't really seen them interact with poneglyphs and be able to read them. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. I'm actually very excited for Robin's fights. She doesn't really get a lot of time to shine herself, and she doesn't really get a lot of boss battles. Like the last time I can really like see her having a serious fight was back in like Skypiea. Like yeah, like she did things in the later arcs, but honestly, Robin has always kind of been a fodder killer. Like she just brings out the arm, snaps people's necks, and that's about it. Like she didn't really, in my opinion, do too much in Punk Hazard. She didn't really do too much in Dressrosa. I don't even know what she did in Whole Cake Island, honestly. I'm like trying to figure out who she fought. I don't like the fact that I can't remember. It means it wasn't memorable. Not saying that like that's a slight on Oda's part. He could be doing it for several reasons. He wants to hype her up. He wants us to forget about her, because if you think about it, she has a really really powerful devil fruit, the ability to sprout limbs from anywhere, as well as not even do that anymore because we've left that. She can enlarge various ligaments and body parts, so that's really cool. So like we have yet to see like the apex of Robin's power, and I think that this is a good example just to see. This has to be where everyone goes ham. I'm sorry. This just has to be where everyone goes ham, or I'm going to be greatly disappointed, because like it's been so long and we've seen like bits and pieces of everyone, but we haven't seen everyone push to their absolute edge. And there's other times where like people have been pushed, but like they were handicapped. So like this, I just need this measuring stick like arc to happen so that we know exactly where they are and where they're going to be. Because like I said, we are but maybe two islands away from Raftail, or Laugh-Tail. So I really cannot wait to see Black Maria versus Nico Robin. I think it will be a phenomenal fight. I wonder who will come in to fight Sanji. I wonder who King is gonna fight. And also, actually, well, before I get to King, I want to talk about Nami for a bit. So I also predicted, by the way, that Usopp was going to go around shooting the Kibi Dangos in this scene. You have the best sniper in the game in Usopp. Hopefully after he recovers, she can just Usopp. And then Usopp, just keep passing it to Usopp. Usopp shooting Kibi Dangos in everyone's mouth. Boom. Same thing. We have allies now.
Bitch, you guess it. You was motherfucking right.
I predicted that too, so I'm kind of clutch with it. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'm just happy. I'm happy, guys. I got my first confirmed. Like I called it. Um, and then after that, like she shocks Ulti. And something interesting about that was there was a huge foreshadowing in that scene, right? Because she says something cool like, Thunder is known to give you heart attacks or whatever. And she, right after that, says like, that's not going to be enough. Like a stronger bolt of lightning will be needed to take her out. So it's not that she can't take her out. She's just saying a stronger bolt of lightning will be needed to take her out. And so I think that's heavy foreshadowing, right? Because I think one of two things is going to happen. She's either going to create a giant thunderstorm with her her climb attack, or she's going to get Zeus back. How is she going to get Zeus back? I don't know, because right now he's on the roof with her, and once they go Nation of Souls, I don't know how she's going to fix that. Maybe once again she'll offer Zeus up clouds or something, but we'll see. But like I do believe this arc will end in Zeus belonging to Nami. Also, I don't know if you guys are aware, I think it was an SBS. Oda did once like attribute, like if the Straw Hats did have devil fruits, what devil fruits would they have? And Nami's would have been the soul fruit, which I really find. Oh, sorry, I lied. Ignore me. Ignore me. It was gonna be a Nell's fruit. Sorry, it was gonna be a Nell's fruit. I'm completely wrong on that tangent. Because I was gonna talk about weather, but yeah. So I think Zeus by her side and her knowledge of you know weather and whatnot will just make her such a force to be reckoned with in the future. So we will see how that exchange of power goes. Anyway, let's wrap up this chapter review with the last part of the chapter, which is we finally know where Law took the red scabbards. He took them down to the treasure room. I'm assuming the treasure room is also where he found that poneglyph, so that's how he knew to stash them there. He probably wanted to come back anyway, so that's why they're there right now. We're told that I'm assuming, well, King said he can't get there, so someone else is going to have to get there. And we're told that there's someone else there, and we see a silhouette. Bro, the amount of people in the comment section that said it was Enel hurt so much. Why would Enel be here? Why would Enel be here? How would he have gotten here? Why would he be helping the scabbards? Also, like, part of the panel, it looked like she would, like there was a teardrop. Like, bruh, it's not Enel. Like, I feel like y'all have to be trolling. Y'all have to be trolling. Like earlier, there was a misconception whether I think Black Maria was Black Maria or Ivankov, and like that made a lot more sense. There was a lot more reasons for that to be true than this. This absolutely makes zero sense. Okay, so but yeah, that's definitely Hiyori. And I look forward to the next chapter and seeing her interaction with them, because you guys have to realize Momo was actually the eldest when like all this stuff happened back then. So like Momo's actually the one that has the most tangible memories of them. Like Hiyori was like a baby, right? Like a baby. Like I'm surprised that she even remembers the scabbards, but that's obviously, dumb, because someone is going to tell her, like someone probably had to have told her over and over and over the stories of the scabbards, and she probably has to recognize them from what she's heard. She probably knows about like how they stood with her father and how they worked for her father and all that stuff. So she probably has taken it upon herself to like protect them, hold them down. I don't know if this might just be me. I can't remember if we've seen any abilities from her. I know she hasn't had like a full-on fight, but I can't remember if we've seen her do something like, oh my god, like, can she fight? But this is something really interesting. She is, at the end of the day, a daughter of Odin, and I don't care. Like, we've seen that like women in this universe can be tough as hell. You have like Okiku. So I really want to know, like, if someone does show up, can she handle it? It's not going to be Queen, because Queen's held up in the one hall with, I believe, not Chopper. Chopper got out, so who's holding him back? Marco. And then King. I don't even know where King is. Every single time King comes up, he's just somewhere else than he was. And I get that because he can fly, he can do that. But, like, King is always, like, somewhere. Like, he was He was fighting with Sanji at one point. He was fighting with Marco at one point. He was handling this at some point. Also, do not forget, do not forget that Big Mom's pirates are around here somewhere. I can't imagine they're not. Actually, I was gonna say I can't imagine they're not up above the waterfall yet. But like now, here's where my geography is starting to get to me. I might map this out and talk about it in either. Oh, there's no chapter next week. I forgot to mention that we're going on a break next week. But I'm trying to figure out where they were, because last time we saw them, they were trying to get up the waterfall, and only Big Mom and Sparrow got up there. But like, don't forget that a handful of the Big Mom pirates are here, and I'm waiting for their relevance. There's a lot happening, and also I still wouldn't put it past the Revolutionary Army to show up. There was a lot of context that involved them coming. We still have a lot to worry about in the fact that where is Sabo right now? So like, even though like we're not distracted, like this is what we want, right? We want to see these fights. We want to see like what's going to happen here. But this is, do not forget, do not get so consumed in this you forget about all the other things happening cotangently, right? So anyway, great chapter. I'm just super excited. Everything since chapter 1000 has just been nothing but the up and up. Even if everything wasn't all fight, we've had great exposition. We've had great setups. Like just everything has been like A1, and I'm super excited. I'm sad that there's no chapter next week. I'm going to try to get off my ass and release a lot of these videos that I said I've been promising to release and I haven't yet. But other than that, please let me know what you like in the comments. Please tell me what you think is going to happen, what you think is going to happen next. Tell me what you think about who it is in the final panel. Like I said, I think it's Hiyori. If you think it's someone else and you have a good reason, I would love to hear it. You know, I'm not the end all be all. I might not know myself. I would like to know, when do you guys think the Big Mom pirates that are there, like for example, Smoothie is there, and I'm pretty sure Smoothie is like right under. She's under Katakuri, so she's not quite strong Katakuri, but she's definitely stronger than Cracker or Biscuit in my opinion. So like that's someone strong. We haven't gotten to see her do anything. So let me know when you think she's going to be relevant. Let me know what you think, how relevant the Dangos are going to be. I think they're going to be vastly relevant just in terms of the fodder numbers. I don't know if she'll be able to use it. I don't think she'll be able to use it on the Toby Rock or anyone. Like as we said, it only really works on the gifters. Do you think I'm out of my element with the Rumble Ball? Like, do you think I should just give up on that dream? Like, please tell me. Like, I'm dead ass. Like, please let me know. Do you think like the Rumble Ball will have any play in this arc? I really want it to, but at this point, it might just be my headcanon and what I want as opposed to what makes the most sense. Do you think the Revolutionary Army will make an appearance? It's possible. It's One Piece. It's possible. So anyway, guys, I hope you liked this review and analysis. Please like, share, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. It really would. I'm actually really proud of myself. I've been doing this for several months now, and like I've gotten in kind of a groove. And like I said, I finally released my Dr. Stone and my Dr. Stone and My Hero reviews. Please check those out. Give those some likes and some views. I'd appreciate that. I'm going to be trying to get out this week's chapter reviews for those series tomorrow or Sunday, whenever those drop. And I also want to talk to you guys about some other series I'm watching. So like, this isn't really a manga only channel. This is supposed to be like, you know, everything, right? I just have to get to a point where like I can handle that workload, but I will be talking about any and everything because at the end of the day, I'm a fan of anime, I'm a fan of manga, and I love it all. I watch anime, I read manga, I read webtoons, I read manga, I read light novels. I may not talk about light novels as much every so often, but I really do want to talk about a handful of isekai series that I'm currently watching or have watched and I liked. As well as I really want to get into, I really want to talk to you guys about this webtoon I discovered called Unordinary, and that's been really cool. So I want to do a video on that, and I've been talking about this for months, but the new Straw Hat video, I had great ideas for it. I wanted to do like a, you know, those concept videos, YouTubers do, where they speak and they monologue, and then there's pictures that flow with the story. I was trying to do something like that, but like I told you guys before, I lost my editor. If anyone's interested, please let me know. And so I think I'm just gonna say, F it, and I'm just gonna, do it like this format and just talk to you. It's not gonna be as cool as I wanted. It's not gonna, be all bells and whistles. But in my heart of hearts, I would like to believe that, my content is somewhat, good. I would like you. I hope you guys think at least that I know at least a little bit of what I'm talking about. I've been reading this series since I want to say I was in middle school. Over like 15 years ago. So like, yeah, man. Yeah. So like I said, I really hope you guys think that, like, you can see I'm passionate about this series. I love this series, and I know what I'm talking about to a certain degree. I'm trying to work on like knowing all the ins and outs. Like, I'm really trying to have the knowledge of like techings, like the techings out there and stuff like that. So I've been trying to, pacing myself and rereading the entire series. So yeah, man, just support me. I think I'm gonna try to start a Twitch, and on Twitch I'm just gonna be doing random things like playing League, playing Genshin, maybe letting you guys maybe watching animes and mangas and reviewing them live. I hope I'm allowed to do that. I have so many plans for this channel. I'm excited. So anyway, thank you for tuning in and watching Otaku Talk with OD. Take care. See ya.